Here with Garrett Wilson at Jets training camp. You, of course, you're showered. You're making the entire core of beat reporters laugh out there. Mood is high today. I heard you pissed off the defense. You know who said that?
That's
CJ
always
Mosley.
the goal. That's always the goal. That's love. I love to hear that.
What happened out there today? Was it because we were doing red zone?
We're doing red zone, and we kind of got after them a little bit, which is, how it's supposed to be. They got after us yesterday. It's our turn. They make us better. We got to make them better. It hasn't been that way in a little while. And just to be competing with them on that level and even be able to piss them off is, I know we're doing right.
But to embarrass a rookie, Garrett, poor Stiggers.
Oh.
On that touchdown.
Don't say that.
Would you have two? How many did you have?
Nah, I had a few today. And like I said, we're in red zone. We're starting with the head start. I got to do my job once we're down there, finish the drive.
What do you do after work? After you get done with media?
Yeah.
You get home. What are these days like? Take me through it.
So I usually go home and walk my dog. My mom's there right now. So I just go home and grab something to eat. She'll make something to eat, spend some time with the dog, and then I head back here for meetings.
Are we watching the Olympics?
I haven't really been able to track it. The schedule's confusing with it. They start at 6 in the morning. I can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
I did watch the gymnastics, actually, and that was at 2 in the morning.
You watched it at 2 in the morning?
No, this was not the day they won, but this would have been Tuesday.
Okay.
I think Tuesday.
You saw it.
I saw it. It was at 2 in the morning local time. And I watched Simone Biles and Sunny Lee. I got to watch all them, and it was, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
I feel like the stage they're on is just so special, and the way they're eating it up is awesome.
I have it on good authority, Garrett, that you said that you could win 8 medals in 8 different competitions at the Summer Olympics. True?
I did say that. I did.
If you could only compete in Olympic doubles competitions, who are you picking as your Jets teammate?
In Olympic doubles, I like Jermaine as my teammate. Jermaine Johnson. I feel like he's very versatile as an athlete, and I give him a hard time all the time. We always messing around with each other. I feel like this is the one question where I can give him some praise. I feel like he'd be a good doubles partner.
I heard you say that Breece Hall talks shit out there. A guy on your offense, on your side of the ball, talking shit to you. To explain, what is he saying?
It's like a competitive. Like Breece is a ultra competitor, like alpha, and he's a dog. Like he just backs it up all the time. And me and him just like have a personality to where we can joke around with each other. But all good jokes have truth to it, So like, you take it a little personal.
What has he said that takes you personally?
And that's what I told them over there. Like, we'll call each other terrible, or like you're that type of thing, or like, bro, you ain't catch that, you're terrible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we'll laugh it off, but in reality, we're really like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it hurts different when the guy that's saying it to you is a baller himself.
Yeah, you guys were all happy out there today.
Oh, me.
It was amazing.
Made our plays.
Everyone wants to talk about you and Aaron Rodgers. I want to talk about you.
Yeah.
You are a back-to-back 1,000-yard receiver. You had 7 quarterbacks throwing you the ball in those 2 years. I would like to know what to expect from Garrett Wilson this year with consistent quarterback play from the greatest to maybe ever do it.
Yeah, he's special.
Now let's talk about you. You're special.
Appreciate that.
It's true.
You're kind. Y'all can expect me to be the best teammate. Whether that means catching, 20 balls in a game or 2 balls, springing Breece free on a run to win the game, whatever it may be, because ultimately we all have the same goal, and that's a Super Bowl. I feel like I'm confident in the fact that if we go about things the right way and we win games, we learn how to, acquire the skill of winning games and can string it together. Everything will take shape. Everything will take care of itself. I'm blessed to be here in this situation and have a quarterback like we have, to where I can play football as free as I've ever played. And it truly feels like I'm a kid out there playing again. So with that, I'm confident that if we take care of business and do what we're supposed to do, the rest of it will take care of itself. But this year, in year 3 for me, I'm really worried about how do we get to the playoffs, and once we get there, how do we take that next step?
I'm saying 2K. I say all that to say this. It might be girl math, but you with 7 quarterbacks throwing you the ball
You're hilarious.
had 1,000 yards. So ipso facto, carry the 1 in my calculator. I believe that's 2K with Aaron Rodgers.
That sound good.
Does that sound good?
That sound good. But
I
we'll
think
see.
so.
We'll
I
see.
love that. A lot being made of you two. I don't really want to talk about that, but I do want to know how he motivates you. Not does he, but what specifically works for you? How does Garrett Wilson like being motivated, and does Aaron do that?
Yeah. You could have the best day of practice you ever had as far as stats, right? Or you could have 3-4 touchdowns on the day, not miss a target thrown your way, which is always kind of how a receiver grades himself. Like, did I finish the play? When I was targeted, did I make the catch, right? You could have a perfect, flawless day, but Aaron's the type of guy where it's always detail-oriented, because you're going to meet that one, meet your match one time, and then it's going to be that much more important that you're on your details. So he doesn't let me slide on any of that, which I appreciate him for. And just the greatness of him and how he goes about his routine in year 20, you would think he would maybe slack on it because he's been doing it for 20 years. But
crazy.
He's taken that much more emphasis in being detailed, and that's inspiring. That's inspiring.
Word on the street, you're lining up in the slot a lot more.
I don't want to tip anyone off.
I mean,
it might.
How does
know.
lining up there help elevate your game this year?
Yeah, just being able to do as much as you can, right? Just not putting a box on yourself, because teams are going to take away things. So the more I can do, the harder it is to take away what they might be trying to take away. And at the end of the day, I want to be a receiver that you can put at any position, that can be expected to make the play at any position. So, if they're putting their confidence in me to line me up in the slot and make those reads that come with being a slot receiver, I know I'm taking the right steps in my progression.
I think it's great, and it's
I think
amazing.
so,
And if
too.
you look at Aaron, and you look at Hackett, and you look at the Davante Adams vibes, that sort of all-around receiver in the slot gives. I got to ask you, I mean, I'm looking at Davante Adams' career highs right now. He put up career highs in 2021 when Hackett put him in the slot a ton.
Wow.
So how much Davante Adams tape are you watching?
Yeah, I mean, he's especially this past off season, and that'll continue through this season. I watched a lot of film on Davante, and Aaron refers to it a lot. He refers to the way they would run certain things. So just to be able to put that visual is huge for me. I got to see it visually, but also just like, he's a dog. Like, anything I can steal from his game and try and add to my release package, and just is valuable. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of those teams will try and guard, Aaron a certain way that they've been seeing him for 20 years. They've been trying to figure him out for 20 years, right? And despite their, someone had a little success, they're probably trying to do it again. So if I see it now, I'll have a better idea, when it comes up during the season, because I'm confident it will.
I'm confident too. I asked Davante when he came on my show a couple of weeks ago about, jokingly, like, playing with Aaron again. He said, would love to. He's been in my ear. Jokes. They ask Aaron about it. It becomes his story.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought of when all this sort of built up, I was like, man, if I'm Garrett Wilson, am I like F-bomb? I don't, what does it motivate me? Does it whatever? I got to say, your response was that of a completely selfless, let's win the effing Super Bowl player. And I just wanted to give you props for that, because I don't know that a lot of wide receivers would have that mentality.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about winning. That's all it's about. And like I said, if someone can help us win, we want them on the team.
You'd welcome Davante Adams with open arms?
Damn right. Damn right.
Have you talked to him?
I've talked to him about a year ago.
Okay.
And then, we DM a little bit every
Yeah.
now and then. We got each other on, like, our stories and stuff. That
What question would you want to ask him about his game, since you've been watching his tape?
Is he a reactor, or is he a predictor? I kind of know the answer to it, but I feel like I can't imagine him planning a lot of the moves he makes, because it's just too good. Like, if you plan that, how could you plan? You have to plan on two sides, right? You have to plan what you're going to do, and then what the DB is going to react with, right? So because of that, and I think he's the smartest dude ever. I'm not trying to say that. I just think that he has to be reacting. That's me assuming. I don't know. I would love to ask him, though.
No, it's respect for your teammate.
Exactly.
What else do you want to talk about? Put somebody on offense. Like Malachi
Yeah,
had
he
another
had a
good
great
day in
day.
camp today.
Yeah.
Can you give me love? Should he be my sleeper in fantasy? What's his story?
I mean, he's a brute. He can
He's
do
a
it.
brute?
He's a brute.
What?
He can do it all. Today he made some great plays, and then once he has the ball in his hand, he's truly like a running back. Hard to tackle, knows exactly where to go, and he's just got the right makeup. Great head on his shoulders, willing to work, who takes coaching. So when you see a guy like that, they're gonna be successful, and I'm just glad he's on our team.
Do you feel like an OG kind of? Like you're in your fourth year? Third year. Third year,
Third
Garrett.
year,
No, you're still a young
I don't
cat.
feel like an OG, but as far as the Jets and knowing my guys, like a lot of the guys I came in with are still here, and we're kind of like on the older side of the group. You got to take that step at some point.
How does Aaron relate to Malachi Corley?
Yeah.
Is Aaron back there learning about TikTok? Is he? I don't even know.
Yeah. Aaron's been around young people his whole life, right?
I don't know.
So I feel like he's got to I feel like I don't know. He gets it. He just gets it. He knows how to talk to anyone. He's like water. He's just like I feel like if he's talking to someone more his age, he's got like a certain way he goes about it. When he's talking to us,
he's got like whiskey with other,
what I'm saying,
he's like smoking a pipe with yeah. And then with you guys, it's not like that.
Nah, he gets like a ranch water with us. That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those type of guys. I'll say he's like,
wow,
water.
Aaron Rodgers has fun. This is interesting.
I don't know.
I know. I was going to say, I think you made that up. You have a gauntlet of corners out the gate. No more ranch waters. No more glasses of whiskey with big ice cubes out the gate.
Never that.
Ward, you got Lenore. You got Snead out the gate. Christian Gonzalez back. He might be Defensive Player of the Year. Pat Surtain. Who are you circling?
All them games get circled, right? Because I feel like all those DBs have gotten the upper hand on me these first 2 years. And that's cool. That's all right. I've embraced that.
Oh,
but
shit.
I'm excited. I'm just excited to get out there and prove to the world what I can do. Because I don't think anyone's seen it. So it's just exciting for me. I go about my off season in a certain way because of who I think I can be, right? And I haven't found a way to get there yet. So hopefully this is the year it takes shape and it comes from playing against the best guys in the league, like the guys you're naming.
What do you mean you haven't shown it yet?
I just where you are isn't where you think you should be, right? That type of thing.
I think you've been great. What do you want it to be? What aren't you happy with?
I've been a great player, good player.
Okay.
But I just have more to give, and I'm just excited to show to the world. That's all.
2K.
That's all. You funny.
2K. 2K. You heard it here
You're
first.
funny.
Maybe we can voice that over. Garrett, was anything else you want to talk about? Want to talk a little Paris?
Patty?
Want to talk a little Adidas? How do you say Adidas in French? What was that?
Adidas.
Adidas? Adidas. Want to talk about that? That was insane. You were there walking the runway. It was for Y3S season 25. What? Or
Yes.
summer season 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Game fits
See,
always.
You know your stuff.
Game fits always.
Yeah, I don't like to leave the house and not feel like good about what I have on. With that said, this is terrible.
What are you talking about?
This is camp day 7, all right? That's what this is.
Garrett, you could not look cooler. You literally could not look cooler.
appreciate that,
These
but you
bracelets
lied.
were around when I was little, by the way. This is
You
like
know
a
what?
throwback to the 90s.
Zach Kuhn's niece made this for me. Shout out Zach Kuhn's niece.
That's
awesome.
so sweet. I'd be remiss if I don't ask you about your coach. Why does everyone talk about everything on this
Sean?
team?
Coach Jefferson?
No, Coach Sala. Why isn't he talk?
Of course.
We can't even know what I was talking about.
I
Why
know
does
what you
nobody talk about Sala? Is he just that quiet?
What you mean? He the man.
Okay,
Coach
tell
Sala's
me
the man,
why. Why
know?
is he the guy that's gonna take you to the Super Bowl?
Because he just gets it, man. He tries to make these connections with us. That's special for a guy in the position he's in. They try to make these connections with everyone on the team. He sits in our offensive meetings. He sits in the defensive meeting. He drops knowledge on us to help us beat our defense, and I'm sure he does the same to them. But I can imagine that it's not like that everywhere, and we owe him to go out there and play some good football this year. We truly do.
I have a conspiracy theory that you and Aaron out there arguing is like for show. Because yesterday I saw it and y'all were John, and then I saw later y'all were laughing. So then I'm just like, they're just doing this to feed. They're just doing this to do this.
I mean, we're both always on the just always trying to find a way to get better. And sometimes when you're passionate about something, you love something, it may look a certain way, but we're both so like-minded that it's honestly crazy how like-minded we are when it comes to certain things. So we can have conversations like that. I haven't always been able to have conversations like that with my quarterback, so I don't take it for granted. And I'm just really happy that he's able to drop the knowledge on me, and I know I can be a little something to deal with every now and then, but
you got to deal with it. That's what this time is for right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to build something, and,
Yeah.
it takes those hard conversations every now and then, but at the end of the day, we don't even really get to that point. We just have conversations because we're trying to trying to beat our defense. We're trying to be better.
Are you on the same page?
Yeah, we're on the same
Here we
page.
go.
Exactly.
Everybody, look, here. Nothing to make of the situation. He was out there dancing today. You had him doing the Ric Flair. He just loves that red
been
zone,
around
doesn't
us
he?
a little too much.
He's
All
right, Garrett Wilson bringing you 2,000 yards to this Jets offense. Maybe an All-Pro year. Maybe a Super Bowl in New Orleans. You better get your fits ready.
There it is.